A company just got permission to grow again after spending nearly 10 years under government restriction. The reason? Its own employees were creating fake customer accounts because they were terrified of missing a sales target. This March, the Federal Reserve officially closed its enforcement action against Wells Fargo, a restriction that had capped the bank's growth for years. But to understand why that mattered, you have to go back to where this started. Wells Fargo employees had opened over 1 million unauthorized deposit accounts and hundreds of thousands of credit card accounts in customers' names without their knowledge or consent. Why? Aggressive sales targets from leadership created a culture where employees felt they had no choice but to hit numbers, even if it meant faking them. Over 5,000 employees were eventually fired. The fine started at $185 million, but grew to over $3 billion in penalties over time. And it took nearly a decade of oversight before regulators considered the culture actually fixed. So here's what I want you to sit with. This wasn't one rogue employee. It was thousands of people across branches making the same unethical choice. When that many people break the rules the same way, it's not a people problem. It's a pressure problem. The real question isn't why did employees lie? It's what did leadership build that made lying feel like the only option? Here's the lesson for every company watching this. Unrealistic targets don't just create stress, they create incentives to cheat. And when leadership only measures output without asking how that output was achieved, they're not managing performance. They're manufacturing misconduct. And for employees, if hitting a target requires bending the truth, that's not a performance problem you're facing. That's a red flag about the system you're working inside. Real accountability doesn't come from firing the people at the bottom. It comes from fixing the pressure at the top before it reaches them. So when a scandal like this happens, who should really be held responsible? The employees who broke the rules? Or the leadership that built the pressure that made them do it? Let me know in the comments. And here's something most people don't know. Years after this scandal, a completely different kind of fake account issue surfaced at the same bank. Want me to cover that one next? Comment part 2 and I will. This is Career Illuminator. If you want more real talk on careers, workplace culture and corporate accountability, like, subscribe and share this video.